We do treat our guests like family when they come. We care about them. We take care of them. Let's see an app do that. You're not going to get an app to do that on those do-it-yourself things, but we do because we're real, you know, and well, it's true. Many of you may have seen in the news about some of the issues that people that have been using the dating apps and the Tinders of the world, those kind of sites, have been running into. Unfortunately, there's been several deaths. And, you know, as always, the media is a little bit slow to the party because we've been talking about this now for quite some time. A year and a half ago or so, there was a gentleman that very same thing happened, where he went over, used an app and was lured somewhere and then drugged, and then unfortunately, it's too much of the drug and died. And the sad thing about these apps is that no one really knows who that person is. You know, anyone can join these apps. It's not difficult to do. There's not a screening process. There's not personnel there to help you with the introduction or anything like that. It's a do-it-yourself process, right? You go over, you put in the information. Oh, this woman seems to be, you know, very interested in me. I'm going to go meet her. You know, and a lot of this is being fueled by the recent movement of what's called passport bros. I'm sure many of you are familiar with that as well. So we're getting more and more people that are traveling over and using more of the do-it-yourself because, well, I'll just go over and I'll meet these people and no problem, easy peasy. Well, you know, it's really not that easy, and you really do need to be careful about it because, yes, it's wonderful that with this new movement of passport bros, you know, discovered that there's a whole new world out there and that it is possible to meet women from other cultures in other countries and all that. But you still need to be careful about it. We've been doing this for almost 30 years, and we've developed an amazing infrastructure in that time to where men and women can meet in a very safe, sane environment. And all the time we've been doing this here, but we've never had anyone that met the kind of fate that's been happening with these do-it-yourself sites or these apps. And one of the reasons for that is that when the women join our service, they are going through a process with our offices. They are interfacing with our staff, meeting our staff. Our staff is getting to know them. We're getting government IDs. We are talking with them. We are interviewing them. We are building relationships with them. We are building relationships with them before you have the opportunity to build a relationship with them. That should mean a lot to you if you're worried about, you know, who you're meeting, especially in a foreign country that you may not be really aware of everything going on. But when you go there, you know, you're met by our staff, and we know who you are, and we know who it is you're going to meet, and we facilitate that meeting in person, which is so much safer and so much more effective, by the way, as well, than using a do-it-yourself type app where you're totally on your own. And a foreign country where you don't know anyone and you don't know really who it is on the other end of that app that you might be talking with. You know, you see a photo and you think it's that person, but how do you know it's that person? I mean, is there any kind of screening process that they have to really go through to really prove that they're that person?
No, you don't have to upload ID. Some profiles, you know, you can have like check mark, you know, it says profile verified, but all it is, you just sending them your selfie of your face. But if it's a scam account, you know, it's just, again, there's even real women participate in the scam. It's all you need to take a selfie of yourself. That's all verification process. Again, there is no passport there that they require, nothing else. Just a photo and a selfie.
You go over, you think, even if you've had like maybe some kind of a correspondence or something going back and forth with this person, quote unquote, you know, when you go to meet, you really don't know who it is you're meeting. It could be anyone, or this person could be involved with a criminal syndicate that's working to lure people like you to a country and then take advantage of you. Best case scenario is that they just rob you. Worst case scenario is that they kill you. And according to the papers lately, they've had, you know, 8+ men that they think have been murdered in this way. This terrible bad rap about, oh, well, it's not safe, you can't go, blah, blah, blah. Well, it is safe if you do it the right way, right? There are safer ways to go about doing it. Look, anything can happen anywhere, even on our site. It's possible that anything can possibly happen. But the probabilities of something happening to you in this vein on our site are so much lower than on a do-it-yourself app, given all of the reasons I just stated. The fact that, you know, we follow government regulations. We follow the Embark laws, which is the International Marriage Broker Regulation Act, which we are obliged to follow. Do-it-yourself apps have really, when that law was passed, they had great lobbyists that they were able to exclude themselves from that. So although they are assisting in introducing men and women from foreign countries, they are not required to do the things that we are required to do to help protect the women, and actually, as an extension of that, you in the process of meeting. And, you know, and I've always, you know, for any of you guys that know me, you've heard me talk about this countless times, how crazy I always thought it was that the big companies that have these huge websites and a lot of these do-it-yourself apps were able to exclude themselves from these safety precautions that were in this law, because their argument was it's not their primary source of income. Their primary source of income is domestic dating. Thus, they should not have to give women information about their rights. They should be able to exchange contact information whenever they want without any prior conditions, because it's not their primary source of income. That would be like Walmart saying that they sell guns, but it's not their primary source of income, so they shouldn't have to do any of the registration stuff you do when you sell guns. You see, it just doesn't make sense. Yet somehow they were able to do that. And now we're starting to see some of the results of that, because if they had the regulations and if they followed the same regulations that we did and did the things that we do and built the relationships like we do, you wouldn't see these kind of things happening. Or at least it'd be a very, very smaller incidence of it. We do treat our guests like family when they come. We care about them. We take care of them. Let's see an app do that. You're not going to get an app to do that on those do-it-yourself things, but we do, because we're real, you know, and well, it's true. And so they take really good care of you. And those guys really enjoyed all the special little things that you did. Of course, they go there with the expectation they're going to meet women. And of course that happened, right? But that can happen in a lot of different ways. But the way we make it happen is special. And I think those guys really appreciate that. Remember what they're talking about. It's not us. It's do-it-yourself apps, and it's not everybody. A very, very, very small little section of people that just want to do bad things, and there's always going to be that. And you don't think that happens here in the United States? Happens here too. Happens in lots of different places. So, you know, you just have to understand that. Understand the media is going to try and make a big deal of it as long as they can, because that's what the media does. They have to sell papers. But heated as well concerning do-it-yourself sites. So stay away from the apps and those things unless you do it very, very safely somehow. All right. All right, guys.
All right, till next time.
Next time. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
You too can experience the romantic adventure of a lifetime. Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Interested? Learn more at
KievPersonals.com.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.